So first things first, guys, this is a long video. I don't expect you guys to watch this whole thing. If you do, that's amazing. You stuck through it way longer than I could. But I just threw in all the raw clips of this build because I want to be really transparent with how these build works. I think we're going to do like a new series. It's like theory crafting builds. We'll call it like theory craft builds or something. We try these cool synergy off meta builds, see how they actually perform in game in these real activities. And I'm going to showcase all the raw footage just for you guys. None of that fluff stuff that everybody else does. So once again, the videos are not going to be this long in the future. I don't expect you to watch it, but at least check out the build, see what we cooked up here, see if you like it. It's pretty dope. I'm not gonna lie, I had a lot of fun. We made it to like mid 40s in a legend onslaught with a bunch of randoms who were running off meta too. I had a couple poorer runs, but I think with some good teammates, this build can cook pretty well. So check it out. If you enjoy it, leave a like. I'd appreciate it. If not, that's all good too. Let's get into the video. So very quickly, I'm going to explain to you guys what Stronghold does. If you don't know, it's a lot. I'm going to try to talk fast. If you have to, rewind the video. So Stronghold, what this does is whenever we have a sword equipped, it gives us 100 guard resistance and 100 guard endurance. What that means is anytime we're blocking with a sword, damage from the front, it's 100% DR, which means we will take no damage from the front. Guard endurance means the little meter in the bottom left, like the block meter, it will not go down while we're blocking. So what we can do is have our sword out, block with it. Anything that hits us from the front will not do damage to us. But if they hit it from the back, they can do a lot of damage, if you know what I mean. The other half of Stronghold, this is the main part of the entire build, is whenever we're getting shot by something and we're blocking, we'll create something called Perfect Guard. So we have Perfect Guard stacks. It's 2 stacks per any source of damage. So like any one bullet will give 2 stacks, even if it's a boss shooting you. Well, what this does is whenever we do damage with our sword, while we have perfect guard stacks, it will give us restoration times 2. This is where the synergy in the build comes in. We want to block with our sword and then do an attack. There's resto times 2. We actually get 25 seconds of resto times 2 with this build. Something that we can do is keep it up with solar ability kills, keep it up with solar weapon kills using Ember of Imperium, and it will actually just keep our resto going infinitely, kind of like the build I did the other day. So we'll get a few kills here. We can get it all the way back up to 15, but that's all we can do with ability and gun kills to 15. We can actually get it back up to 25 if we use our resto nade or we get inside of a sunspot. So as you see, resto 876, I'll just throw my resto nade on me, back to 25. The reason this works is any time amount that we've already hit, like in this restoration session, since we've procced it, it will go back to that timer. And that will work if we get in a sunspot or throw our resto nade. So I'll walk up here, I'll make a sunspot. So 7, 6, and then I come over here, back to 25 seconds again. Something to note is if you're at above 15 seconds and you get a kill, it will actually put it down to 15 seconds. So let's reproc it. We're at 25 again. Oh, it put us down to 15 when we got a kill. So what that 10-second window does, it kind of just gives us time to keep our resto going in case we mess it up or something. I showed you guys what Stronghold did. Let's get into the rest of the build. First things first, Tommy's matchbook. We like this because we'll be resto times 2. We can hold down the trigger, it'll overheat, do double damage, and start scorching things. And it won't matter that our health is going down from holding down the trigger because obvious resto times 2. For a sword, get an eager edge surrounded one, or this frenzy surround is pretty crazy, but it's fun to fly around with eager edge and onslaught. For the gear over here, we want heavy ammo finder. Hands-on for consecration, and solar weapon kills give orbs for Tommy's matchbook or sunshot, whichever one you want to run. Stronghold consecration is going to give us our melee back, so we run impact induction sunspots, and our grenade are refreshers, so that's important to have. A solar loader, we want to reload Tommies as often as we can to get back to it. And also heavy-handed consecration will be creating orbs. Here, run whatever resistances that you want that will combine with the Stronghold 50% DR from the back. For like one of these with the Stronghold will be like 57% DR. And then when you're blocking with the sword, you obviously have 100% for what's in front of you. For the boots, run double solar surge. As I said earlier, the artifact absolutely does stack. The overcharged weapons do stack with the surges. A lot of people seem to think they don't, but they do. Run that, and then innervation, so we pick up orbs. It gives us our refresher back, which is our grenade. Here I'm running double time dilation and bomber, get our nade back, and to keep up the solar surge. For the artifact, we're going to get lots of solar kills. That's easy radiant with Tommies. So Flint Striker, run Kindling Trigger. That might scorch them quicker than what Tommy's Overheat does with the Catalyst. I'm not sure. I've been running it just in case. I do this because I run Mountaintop. Do this for more Taken and Scorn. You could run Heart of the Flame. You cast your hammer, it's going to get more damage, make everyone radiant. You can get your super back quicker with this. Somebody's running Strand or Stasis, you could run that instead. I just have these rockets on from the last build. You can do this if you're solo. Razor Precision, this one's actually huge on Tommies when you're radiant. When you get to igniting things with that gun, it really shines in the damage even more so. Like, stuff starts exploding. You really feel it once you're doing that. So go for the headshots with Tommies for sure. And Revitalizing Blast, our consecration or our hammer throw is going to weaken things. It's going to make it much easier for us to kill things. So into the build, we want consecration, as I've mentioned. That's the slide melee. You slam down. It's going to scorch things. It's going to create sunspots that we can use to refresh our resto ×2. Soul Invictus, lower cooldowns. This is the thing that creates sunspots. It's mandatory. You have to run it. Also, like I said, get in sunspots to refresh resto. Ember of Searing. So we're scorching everything. Tommy's is scorching. Sunspots scorch. Consecration is scorching. And basically we're gonna have our melee back constantly because of this, so you can just consecrate over and over and over with that. Ember of Ashes, once again, everything's scorching. This is gonna apply more scorch stacks, which means more damage on sunspots, Tommy's, just everything in general. Ember of Imperium, this is gonna upkeep us to our 15 seconds. Like, say we perfect guard for, you know, just a few stacks and we need to melee to start resto ×2. We have this to just kill things and eventually get to 15, even if we start at like 4, 5, 6 seconds. So that's mandatory. This is what allows you to get to 25 seconds, as I showed earlier with how you only can get to 25 and it goes to 15, but this is going to give us that 10 extra seconds. We can run across the map on our refresher. We'll have time to get the next kills, set up, and stay resto. You could replace this if you want. This works too. You're going to be making fire sprites. That will actually make you go back to 15 seconds. If you want to get your grenade back quicker with ignitions, you can do that. You can really run anything you want here. If you have a heal clip, you could run Ember of Benevolence. That will proc the cooldowns when you cure everyone from reloading with the heal clip. So there's lots of things you can do. This one, if you want the 25 seconds, run that. If you don't, you can swap that out for whatever. Heal nade, that's our refresher. That's mandatory. You can run whichever one of these you want. I do hammer in case I just need to throw it, make a quick sunspot, and I can't consecrate. So that's the build. I'm running normal hammer soul. You can swap that out for whatever you want to. That was a lot. I talked fast. Hopefully you guys got the whole build. Once again, it'll be in the link, dim link, down in the description. My fingers can't bend this way, bro. So I want to show in this clip that if you have your restoration going, you cannot step inside a well or it will take it away from you. As you see, I threw a resto nade and had resto ×2. I stepped inside of the well. You will not have it if you step inside a well. It completely rips it off of you. Did it again. So I want to be completely transparent here with you guys and just show you that this build around 40 and up usually is when it was. Here it was at 30. I died a couple of times while I was in resto ×2, but it was usually when we were like really overran, or I was playing stupid, a little too aggressive and out of position and not securing my kills the way I should be. Woo. Can't fight through that. So this was a pretty cool aspect of Stronghold. Since you have the 100% DR from the front, you can go grab these mines for absolutely free. And that's the end of the video. If you stayed through the whole video, I appreciate it. That's way longer than I could have. I should have cut more. I just threw it all up there. The videos are going to get much shorter in the future. And one more thing, I just wanted to reiterate, we're going to be getting into these creative builds. Some will be hard meta, some off meta. I really want to get into the creativity and potential that Destiny has. There's a lot of cool synergy with cool perks, exotic guns, exotic armor, and whatnot. And for the most part, when we do these theory craft builds, I'm going to be completely real with you guys. I want to showcase what they really are. So if that's the kind of content you like, sub, hit the noto. If you like this video, comment, like, whatever you want to do, it's all good too. But y'all have a good day.